Hi, it's Danica Raimz and
Shay Stone, hi!
so we thought we'd use this new technology and try and get together since we can't get together in real life right now. We want to get together and talk about um, topics that you guys might find interesting. And we also want to invite you later this week to our live Zoom chat, which will be April 1st. It's a Wednesday night at, what did we say, 8 o'clock?
Yep, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So we hope we'll see you there, okay?
Yeah, we're going to do a game or something, so it'll be
Yes.
fun. So it's going to be just, all kinds of, well, we don't even know what the heck we're going to do yet, because I'm just going to be honest, we don't know what the hell we're doing, so you have to bear with us, but we're going to try. So
but we're having fun doing it, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay, so we both have come out with book releases, and that got us talking about different questions about our books.
Yes. So I am going to ask Danica a couple questions first. And just so you guys know, her new book release is called Glass Hearts. Show them, please.
Yes, I get it. It's a proof copy right now.
And this is Corinne and Vance's story. I can tell you it is a steamy, sexy, emotionally charged romance, so you guys are going to love it. Corinne is a hoot when she's not anxiety ridden, and even when she is anxiety ridden, sometimes it's funny and sometimes you just want to hug her. So you'll love it. Vance is super sexy and you guys are going to love him too, and he's trained in tantric massage. You can't go wrong with that. So
he is.
So I have a question. If out of so you guys know Danica's new book is part of her Awaken My Heart series, and the first one features Galen and Ren. It's their stories, and those books are now available on Amazon, and Glass Hearts will be available on April 20th. Got the date.
16th.
Oh no, April 16th. Why do I keep saying that? April 16th. Okay. Sorry. It'll be released on April 16th, and you can get that, but you can pre-order it now. So my question is, of your leading men, if you had to choose one, which one would you date? You could only pick one.
Out. Okay, so Galen, they're both incredibly sexy, and they're both incredibly dateable, lovable marriage material, I think, ultimately. But I think, even though I love Galen's free-spiritedness, well, Vance has that too, and I don't get to travel a lot, and I think with Vance I might be able to travel more because he's a bit of a world explorer, adventurer type.
Yes.
So he's been all over the place. He's been to more countries than he hasn't, and so I think that along with his British accent, because that's a weakness, I think that would. Yeah, I think I would have to.
Oh, come on. You know you want that tantric massage thing.
Wasn't even thinking about that, Shay.
Sure, you are now. I am.
I'm lying. Yes.
Yes.
So I guess by a smidge, I would have to choose Vance. Okay. I do have British in my background though too, so yeah.
Well, there you go.
And how about you, Shay? Your leading men. Shay's The Redemption of Memphis Drake is coming out April 9th, but it is also up for pre-order. I have read it in beta, and I love Memphis. He's not the sort of character I would have thought that I would have fallen for. I'm not one of the ones who like the bad boys, I like them to have a bad boy toughness about them, but I like them to be, I don't know, like kind of golden at their core. So I was afraid at first, but reading Memphis, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, forever changed. I am forever changed. He's something. He's something.
Yeah. It's funny because like in thinking about it, Colin has a special place in my heart. He's just modeled, he was my first one, and he was, he embodies a lot of qualities that I like in a person. I mean, he's got the dark hair, the dark eyes, the dark complected, which I go for physically, and he's got he's a little bit wild. Like, he's got such a good heart, but he's got that bad boy, like, edge to him that I really like. That said, in real life, I know damn well in real life, if I met both of them, I would end up dating Memphis because I'd end up dating the criminal. I love
so much more than a criminal.
Oh, he is, and I mean, like, it's so funny because I think in the first chapter, I actually had my brother-in-law read the first chapter at one point, just to see, because I'm like, he's just because he won't read what I wrote because my brother-in-law, I'm just so you guys know, I am the last in a long line of siblings. My oldest brother is 17 years older than me. The one closest in age is 10 years. So my brother-in-law is almost like a second father to me. So he's like, I can't read your books because he knows that there's all the sex stuff in it and everything. And so I'm sorry, I'm having a little photo bomb here by Riley, who's decided he needs to lay on my lap.
Hi, Riley.
Anyway, so he would not read my he won't read my books, and he's like, I'm interested, but I don't want to read them because I can't read sex books. So when I started writing the second one, when I started writing Memphis, I'm like, here, you can read this, and I gave him the prologue in the first chapter, and his first response is, wow, he's an asshole. And I said, yep, and he is. Like, when you read the first chapter, I mean, I think by the end of it, you kind of know he isn't. But when you read the first chapter, you're like, this guy's a jerk. And I mean, obviously it's done that way on purpose. But I could just see, you know, in real life, I would end up, because I have the worst taste in men, so I would end up choosing Memphis.
Yes, but you could do a hell of a lot worse than Memphis.
Oh, yes. And I love his brain. He's so intelligent, and there's nothing, I mean, that's just so sexy to me because he's super, super smart. Memphis has eidetic memory, so he's crazy intelligent, but he doesn't put it in your face. Like, I hate those people that are like know-it-alls and stuff like that. I can't stand those kind of people. And he's not, and he's funny too, which I love that Memphis is funny. So Colin is sexy and has swagger. Memphis is sexy and funny too. I mean, I think he's gonna make you laugh. So
yeah.
So
yeah, I think,
but I'm Colin just by an inch. You know, but they both rock my world. I really just like to make a sandwich with them. A me sandwich.
But then you'd feel bad though, wouldn't you, for Alex?
No.
And for Nyla?
I should, no.
Your female leading characters. I mean, you know, for Galen, I mean, Ren needed him, you know.
Right.
And Corinne, she, you know, it's a good thing she's meeting Vance after the jerk that was her fiance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Corinne deserved a good guy, and Vance is it. Although he gives her the runaround in the beginning, and I want to strangle him sometimes because it's like, come on, she's just so good and she's so sweet. Give it up, Vance. Because he doesn't want to give it up at first. He wants to give it up, but he doesn't want to give it up at first. So. Right,
exactly. He's got a stubborn streak. He knows what he wants, and when something interrupts with that, he's very uncertain about it. But you know, it's
okay. Next question for you. Of your female characters, how much of yourself is in them?
Oh, haha. Ren, almost nothing. Ren and Galen, my series is called the Awaken My Heart series, and it's divided up into sub-series. It's about this family, the Zabrizi family. But I'm making sub-series of each sibling and their love story. So with Ren, Galen is the Zabrizi sibling, and she meets him, and so like Jigsaw Hearts is a standalone, but then there's 2 more books about them, about their new life together. So all steamy, all you know.
Very steamy, very sexy, very great books, beautifully written.
Thank you. And then what I've done also is there's each sub-series has like a short story compilation of like fly on the wall kind of mini stories. So you see these characters throughout, but when it comes to Ren, she and Galen, they popped into my head. You know how like writers say, I took this from somebody, I took that from somebody. I've always done that. But those two, they just popped into my head.
Yeah.
And I was like almost fully formed. It was crazy. So Ren is just, you know, she's got a lot of, she had a lot of addictions that I don't have any of those. But Corinne, yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near as sweet as Corinne, but
Yes,
Corinne,
you are.
I, well,
Don't let her fool you. She's super sweet.
well, but you know, she's really super naive. She was. By the time you see her in her own book, in Glass Hearts, she's learned a lot. She's not the naive girl she once was, and she's trying to become bolder. She's taken bold steps in her life. She knows what she wants, but she suffers from anxiety, like a lot of people do, and that I can relate to. So, you know, I kind of, in a way, found art imitating life, or life imitating art, with her, because I did some research. You know, I've done my own research for anxiety purposes, stuff that helps me. But with her, who has a more extreme case of it, I did research on that. I did research on how her being a bit of an empath affects that. And so there's a lot more that I can relate to with Corinne, with the struggle she goes through, with wanting to do something and having no logical reason for not being able to do it. And but you still, I mean, if you're somebody who has anxiety, you know how it can trip you up. And
Yeah, you can talk yourself in or out. You can talk yourself in or out of anything when you have anxiety. It's just your mind starts spiraling, and then you automatically think worst case scenarios.
yeah.
So
So I wanted to give people a heroine that, you know, she's tough. She's going to need to be tough. And what I put her through in this book, she's going to have to be tough. But it's, you know, it steps forward, it steps back. I wanted to do something
right.
that was real, true to life, you know, emotionally. So I would say there's a bit of me in Corinne, not completely. How
Yeah.
about you? Are we Nyla? Are we Alex?
It's funny because when my close friends first read the book, they're like, okay, so obviously you're Alex and I'm Jen. They all think they're Jen. Even my guy friends think they're Jen, and I let them all think that they're Jen. So I think it's really funny. I did not mean for me to be Alex, but everybody says that she is me. So sorry, there's sirens going right now. Okay. But yeah, so I guess there's part of me in Alex in the fact that I will go for it. I will go for things that seem out of reach, like Alex in the Rise to Fame and the Cost to Fame, which this is a duet. She is her whole family is a string of lawyers, and it's expected that in the beginning it's expected that she's going to be a lawyer too, and she's actually going to school for it and about to go into law school, and she wants to be an actress, and it's just something she does on the side. And then she goes to this she participates in this play and gets discovered by a really shady agent, but he's a famous agent, and he's the most famous agent in town that everybody wants. So doing something like that, like kind of balking what people would expect of you, would be me, because I would have to follow my heart in that. I love the stability. Like I would love the stability being a lawyer would give me, but I would also have to do something that fuels me, you know, like
Artistically,
fuels my
creatively.
creativity and artistically, and just follow my heart with that. And sometimes I probably do that a little too much, but it's so Alex is like, I guess I'm like Alex with that. And she's kind of she can be I don't know, she can be funny, and she can be adventurous in different aspects. Like I think she's pretty ballsy sexually, and I think I am too. um so probably sharing too much there, but I'm not like that little timid wallflower that like I will dress up, you know, I will dress up and do stuff like that, and so, you know, things like that.
We're
And then
gonna have to play Truth and Dare on the live Zoom party.
yeah. Oh no. But and then Nyla, I think I'm like Nyla because or I think there are parts of me like Nyla, like she wants to save everybody, and that's, I have a tendency to do that. I want to like help people and save people, and she runs a children's charity, and I was a wish granter for Make-A-Wish, so all of that. I love helping children. I love being in that energy and helping just people that are less fortunate, or people that can't see the good in them, or are down on themselves. I try to point out the good things, like especially if they're spiraling or something. I'm like, no, wait, it's okay, this is good about you. And I tend to, which is why my dating life is usually horrible. I'm always like, I see the good, and like you have those guys that are like, you deserve better than me. And I'm always like, no, this is why you're so good. Turns out they're right. I do deserve better than them because they're pretty much shitty. But
You do. Absolutely.
But anyway, so yeah, so that's it. Okay, next question. What, when people read your books, because obviously there's some steamy, sexy elements in them, and that might shock some people. What do people say when they read your books for the first time? Are they surprised, or are they like, were they expecting it, or do you not share your books with a lot of people that you are close to?
I don't share it with a lot of people I'm close to. Like, let's see, like my immediate family, forget about it. I mean, even my mom's a big reader, but even she goes, oh, I don't want to read your books. So I'll read books like that, but I don't want to read your books because you're my daughter. I'm like, that's good, because you're not going to. But I do have a few friends that have known me since high school or college, and that have read it. And one of them is very funny. She'll be, she's one of my betas, and she'll be like, oh my God, that scene was fantastic, but you need to up this. And so that's her. And then another friend of mine is male, actually, but he's like a brother to me, and he's he jokes around a lot about it because what else is he going to do? A lot of my other friends, I don't really have them read my books because a lot of them don't expect that from me. I'm not wearing the hat and the sunglasses for nothing. But
she's incognito, everyone, just so you know. So
sort of, half, partly. But anyway, I was going to say that what I have found is that joining this, romance reader community has been like the best thing in the world for me, because I have met people that I now consider, like legitimate, real friends, and they read my books, and that's very close to my heart. And Shay, you're just a whole nother story. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't met Shay.
Right back at you, sweetheart. Right back at you, man.
So, my books, though, for the most part, when I write them, like years ago, I was writing, some other genres, and I never would have written a sex scene, never. But I liked reading.
And look at you now.
But you know what it is? Here's the thing with it. People will debate, and to each their own. No answer is wrong. There are people that want fade to black in their romance. There are people that want, graphic sex in their romance. For me, I'm a very character-driven author and reader, and I need to explore my characters from all avenues. And when I don't get to do that in a book I'm reading, in someone else's book, sometimes I'm disappointed, or it might fall flat, depending.
You feel cheated.
Yeah, depending. I mean, there's a lot of elements that go into whether I feel that way or not. But in my own books, I like to see, the way they are, to get a full view of a character. You want to see them in the height of passion too, for me anyway. Right. That's the way I feel about it. And so when I first started writing it, it's like, okay, there I am, hands on the keyboard, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna type this word. Oh. Now it's like nothing. So yeah, my books, you know, do have steamy scenes in them. I'd like to think that they're appropriate for, you know, the characters and the scenes and the story. You know, so that's what's important, and you know, you'll see that throughout my whole series. And you know, like for instance, you saw Corinne in Jigsaw Hearts, but she was a side character. So it doesn't matter whether you've read Jigsaw Hearts or not when you read Glass Hearts. But you know, you can tell she was not Ren with Ren was far more, you know, passionate, you know, in sex scenes. And well, Corinne, you'll see what happens to her in Glass Hearts. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's more timid. She's more timid and unsure of herself, and it's fun. I mean, it's fun to watch her.
At first, but she's going to have to make some adjustments dating a guy who is, you know, trained in tantric massage. So, yeah, and that's going to be fun for her, their next book too. But anyway, so maybe we should repeat the our Zoom live on April 1st.
Oh, hey, yeah, we're doing Zoom Live April 1st. Come join us. It's going to be 8 o'clock. We're going to talk, rap. You can, you know, crack open the wine. I'll probably be having tea because I have to work the next day. But I would love to see you guys drink the wine and get
I may be having wine.
Yeah. But we're gonna try to play a game. We're not certain what game yet. We might play I'd Rather or Never Have I Ever or whatever. Or do some kind of like Pictionary thing. We're still kicking that around. So if you guys have thoughts on something that you think might be fun, please let us know because we're open to it. We'll try everything. So, I mean, if you guys have played something that you like, tell us. We're looking to do this. We're all stuck in the house right now. We're doing the social distancing thing. So let's not be crazy. And I mean, my dogs are already sick of talking to me. They're like, okay, enough, lady, shut up. So, you know.
Well, we're also going to be finding a way to give away some ebook winners, right, for our newest. And on top of that, just so you know, when you see the invitation, you know, on how to join us for that, don't worry about it. This Zoom technology is a lot easier. If you're technophobe, it's pretty easy. So
we figured it out, and that's
we figured it out.
So yeah, you can do it. Don't worry. It's literally you click on a button and then you just click in. It's a little bit more complicated if you're the host, but when you're not the host, all you do is you accept it. You click on a little button and boom, you're there. You do a little gallery
you'll get it
through and you'll see everybody.
Yeah, you'll get the invite through email and yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see it all together. So like we can help you. Like we'll be able to see and say, hey, you just do this or whatever if you have any problems. But they can't be that long. They can only be 40 minutes because this is a free aspect of it. So we'll do that, and then if it runs longer and we're having just so much fun, we'll just
we've started
a meeting. Yeah. Yep.
So and there could be a bunch of us. So anyway, Glass Hearts is on pre-order. The print is actually up there for sale. The ebook is in pre-order. Launches April 16th. And Shay?
And The Redemption of Memphis Drake is also up for pre-order now. We are both doing specials. We know that it's hard right now financially, so we did our pre-orders are only $2.99. They'll eventually go up to $4.99. So order them today if you're going to get them. I mean, you can always order them. We always want you to buy our books, but you can get them today and for the discounted rate. So $2.99. It will be delivered to your little Kindle on the 9th, but the paperback is up right now, so you can get that. I also, I was saying yesterday, you'll notice our books are a little bit thicker. These were our first books, and this is our second book. We kind of did that on purpose. Each book of these retail for $13.99, $14.99-ish. And right now I think I have a discount on mine of $10.99 because of the COVID thing. I'm sorry, I'm not a rich author, so I cannot give you guys away free stuff. I would if I could, but I can't. So, but my point is with these books, instead of breaking them into two and charging, you know, like $22.90 or well, you know, $13.99 or $14.99 each, so you end up paying $25, $26, $27, we did just one thicker book each, so you're going to get them, I mean, for like you know, $16, $17, $18, so you'll get two books in one in that. So we hope you enjoy them. We had a lot of fun writing them. I can't believe we still have hair, because there are many times that we almost tore it out.
I'm wearing a hat.
And I mean, thank you, Danica, because sometimes she listened to me work through the same scene 12 times. So I appreciate it more than she knows. So anyway, I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching us. Come, let us know. Comment below if you want to join us on on Wednesday the 1st. We're going to be foolish on April Fool's Day. So just we're going to post this on Facebook. We hope. We're going to try to figure that out, and then comment below and let us know, and we'll make a little chat thing and send you guys a link so you can all join.
Yep. So
all right, happy Sunday, everyone.
Yes, be safe, be well, take care, be safe, and
buy our books.
Yes, and buy our books. Bye.